In this exercise in Microsoft Word, I'd like to show you about how to use bullets for lists in Microsoft Word. I have here items in a recipe, and each of these items is a paragraph of its own, and the paragraph is controlled by the normal style, which we see when we're in the Home tab. Nothing special about it. Well, let's make a bulleted list. I can start with the top one, the middle one, it doesn't matter. I'll start with the top one for fun. Click anywhere in the paragraph, and then in the paragraph section, I have an item here for bullets. I'll just click it, and it gave me a bullet. Now notice what it did. It not only put a bullet in there, it changed the indent and the spacing, and it also changed the font size and the paragraph, because now this is controlled not by the normal style, but if I click on my styles, it's now controlled by my list paragraph style. And what I can do is I can go ahead and edit this style to make it different, or I can override it. We have other lessons on styles that deal with that. We won't worry about that right now. But I just want you to see that it changes more than just inserting a bullet and pulling this thing over a little bit. If I want to make the bullet closer to the word or farther away, again, if I have my ruler on in my view mode, I can move it back, I can move it tighter, anything I want to do. But that's one of the bullets. Now, why did it pick a circle? It did so because if I click on the down arrow, it gives me the last bullet I used, which is surrounded by gray, was a circle. If I click on here, now it's a square. If I click over here, now it's an arrow. So I can change the bullets. In fact, in the same list, I can do different kinds of bullets. It's not normally done that way. It looks kind of odd, but it gives me the opportunity to do them one way or another. What should I do if I wind up with a bulleted list and I don't want it bulleted anymore? I'm going to do something else with this paragraph. Well, I click on the down arrow and click on None. And that reverts back to whatever was the style of the paragraph before, without a bullet. An easy way to do a group of bullets would be to highlight all these paragraphs and then click on my bullet list and pick one I want to use. We'll go back to the simple circle. And there you go. If I want to add to the list, either in the middle or the end, if I hit enter, it will inherit the style and the bullet, and I can put salt and pepper and other things. So that's a simple way to manage bullets. You can change one of them and change the font style, but that's a different lesson. Let me show you one other thing you can do people sometimes are not aware of. If I want to create a bullet and I say, I don't like any of these options in my library, there is an option that says Define New Bullet. Okay, then it gives me a preview window. The alignment is left, that's normal. I can use a picture, that's a rather advanced thing, but we'll just click on Symbol. When I click on Symbol, it will give me a font style. And I can look through here for some things I can use for bullets. There's not much interesting in this symbol font set. I'm going to go to another one that's built into Windows, down in the W section here, called Wingdings. And in Wingdings, I've got all kinds of interesting things I can use for bullets. I'm going to click on this one here and click on OK. And now when I click on OK here, notice what it did. It added this brand new bullet. And if I click on my bullet list, now I have the arrow inside the circle. If I want a different bullet to add to my library, I click on Add again, and I can go down here into, I like the one that has the checkbox with the actual check in it. I'll click on OK. I'll click on OK, and they all changed. So that's a very nice thing that you can use. There's also one that is very helpful. I'll click on this and we'll do Define New Bullet a third time. Go back into our symbol set. And there is one that is a three-dimensional box, which looks kind of nice. I'll click on OK here and OK. And now we have a three-dimensional bullet. So there are all kinds of ways in which you can infinitely change the look and feel of a bullet. What if I don't want this mustard paragraph to be a bullet at all? Well, I click on the down arrow, I click on None. And now I can do anything with mustard. I can go ahead and say mustard is the ingredient what you don't want. And do anything. You can separate bullets with text, with other kinds of paragraphs. It doesn't really matter. But this gives you a short look at some of the kinds of things you can do with bullets. Remember, you're not stuck with the default bullets, and you're also not stuck with the default formatting. I can take this entire paragraph, and I can change the font, and change the size. I can change the indent between the bullet and the word. All kinds of things you can do in Microsoft Word. Start with the basics and experiment and make it your own.
Bulleted lists are a great way to highlight items in your documents. And you can approach them with a lot more creativity than just using what's built into Microsoft Word. Don't be afraid to change the look of the paragraphs or the look of the bullets in such lists. I'm Jim from the Sharper Turtle. And if you find this tutorial helpful, we'd like to ask you to like us, leave your comments, and subscribe if you would please to our YouTube channel. Thank you.